Hey guys, it's Prometheum5 here, coming at you today with another CollectionDX review of a third-party Transformer. Today we're going to be talking about Toy World's TW-01 Grind Rod, which is the first, remember, of their update to the G1 Transformer Throttlebots, which supposedly is going to be a combiner set. So we're going to take a look at the first member, Grind Rod, who you can see here, is a gnarly green Land Rover, and it's actually really nicely made. Here's a Glyos figure for comparison. It's good size, you know, kind of like a deluxe-sized Transformer if it were official. You know, real chunky and solid. The all four wheels can roll on the table, so that's a good sign for a car Transformer. I mean, it's you know, it's a car mode, but it's really nicely done. Everything locks together well, and it's got good detail. The underside is not too terrible. That's kind of a, you know, rite of passage for car Transformers, is how much robot stuff is showing underneath. And Grind Rod's not too bad, actually. I mean, just the thighs and stuff, but I mean, he even has painted undercarriage detail for the axle and stuff, so that's pretty cool. And you know, this is my first Toy World figure, but I don't believe it's Toy World's first figure. I think they did the Hegemon update to G1 Megatron first, and I don't have that, but a lot of people seem to really like that. I've heard kind of mixed things, but there's a pretty vocal group that really adores that figure, so it's probably cool. If it's anything like Grind Rod, you know, it's probably pretty great. So like I said, I mean, you know, nice and solid, good weight, everything locks together. So now let's transform it. And Grind Rod actually has a pretty fun transformation. So the first thing we're going to do is take the spare tire off. And before we go all the way to robot mode, we're going to talk about the supposed combiner mode. So these front parts fold forward, and we slap that guy on the table. According to fans, and I guess actually Toy World, the company now, this is going to be the foot of a combiner using the updated Throttlebot guys. Doesn't look like much right now, so I'm a little skeptical, but if that's what they say they're doing with it, then, you know, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. It's basically just got the front part smushed forward. There are some pegs that I think will, if they were going to do a combiner, I guess they could use them to attach the different parts together. There's like a 5mm port on both sides in the back, and then the 5mm port that the spare tire gun came off of. So I don't know, maybe we'll see. We're not going to spend too much time on this because, like I said, we need more information to decide if this is going to be a real thing. But that's the combiner mode. Now that we've discussed it, Grind Rod kind of just unfolds here. He's got a lot of tabs and stuff, which is good for vehicle mode, but the fit's actually pretty tight for transformation, so you kind of got to go in the right order so things aren't in the way. Just make sure I'm in frame here. I know my Uranus guy reviews haven't been quite the best in focus, so still trying to get the hang of doing transforming figures on camera. Let's see, this guy's gonna come off of here. Like I said, I mean, the panel is just kind of all unclasped, and then you can move stuff around and get it where it needs to be. The transformation scheme is actually pretty good. I mean, it's nothing too ambitious. It's, you know, front of the car for feet and door panels on the arms and stuff, but the layout is nice, and everything tucks together really cleanly. It does feel good. So the knees flip around here. And the other nice thing is that the plastic on this guy is really good feeling. So you can see I'm, you know, manhandling this guy to get him transformed. He's not at all fragile. That does come off sometimes. I think I probably forced this, but the back flap does have a tendency on mine to pop off if you don't get the back just right. It actually is a little tight getting these back panels in place, but once they're in there, fine. This guy folds up here, and we have Grind Rod. A little bit chippy on the back. He could use a little bit of a heel spur, I think, but that's alright. He's not hard to stand. Just kind of adjust him there and get him in the frame. And here we go. This is Grind Rod. Here's our Glass figure again. Like I said, he's pretty much deluxe sized. He's, you know, 6 inches tall in robot mode, and he is awesome. Like, way better than he has any right to be. Just really solid, really fun. I know a lot of people already covered this guy, and they pretty much also the same thing. They were like, this guy kicks ass. So everything moves like it's supposed to. You know, it's got good knee motion and hips and shoulders and head and all that jazz. So, you know, not, like I said, you know, nothing too ambitious, but just really nicely done. You know, good clean robot mode. I like the door panels on the arms. The back folds up pretty cleanly for all the truck kibble. One of the cool things I noticed is that he has 2 different hand sculpts. He has one hand that's kind of the new standard for Hasbro type figures with the open with a 5mm hole, so we can still hold guns, but it looks kind of different. And then one more standard, you know, 5mm robot peg fist. So that's cool. It, you know, just adds a little character to him. And he has a let me just kind of retab these guys. The back plates don't stay locked quite as tightly as I wish they did, but he's got a gun that folds out of his spare tire. That's pretty cool. I like, you know, when the weapons are well hidden on the figure. So one thing I did notice that I didn't like is that if you transform the arm plate to the right place for robot mode, it gets in the way of the gun actually a little bit. You can't hold it straight because there's the groove where the barrel comes out actually hits up on the door panel there. I think I took a better photo of that. But so if you leave the door panel on this hand you're going to put the gun on back in where it would go for vehicle mode, you can fit the edge of the door in the groove on the gun, and then you can hold his gun, you know, straight. So he's pretty sweet. You know, he looks good doing kind of whatever you want. He's got big solid square feet, so he can do good walking, standing poses and stuff. Just, you know, really solid and well made for an update to the Throttlebots, who were the pullback wind-up car guys that did not automatically transform like the jump starters. So even more lame. They didn't even have like actual arms and arm joints. So nobody's crying over these not looking more like their original counterparts. But like I said, I mean, I really like this toy. I'm kind of, you know, not finding the right words for it, but I do really enjoy this guy. He's extremely solid. He's got really sharp detail, really clean paint. Just really simple fun. He looks good doing kind of whatever. He's blocky and he's chunky and he's green, so he's pretty much made for me. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything else in him. So we'll see how the combiner thing pans out. Like I said, I'm still a little skeptical of that, but if Toy World wants to try and make a combiner, then more power to him, I guess. So this has been Grind Rod from Toy World, reviewed for CollectionDX. I'm Prometheum5, and make sure to like this video if you liked it, and leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel, and